Hey y'all, it's me, K Marie, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I just wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about like how my time in Houston has been. I wanted to do a little Houston review with y'all because I thought that would be fun. The sun is going down, so hopefully I could get some decent lighting in here for a second. So go ahead and get you some wine, girl, get you some popcorn so we can sit down and chat and talk about what the Hue has been offering me, okay? I'm gonna jump right into it because I don't really want to be wasting y'all time or whatever. So for starters, like, I really love Houston so far. It's really not much I can complain about when it comes to how my experience has been. I've been here for a little over a month because I came here April 25th. Today's June 11th, and my experience has overall been great. Like, I feel like the first thing that I noticed in Houston as far as like what I loved was the hospitality. Like, everybody is super friendly here as far as just you walking into an establishment and people greeting you, or just people getting to know you. You walking past somebody down the street and they saying, hey, how's it going? Like, that was something that I didn't realize how like important it was to me until I was back in a place where that was happening. In LA, people wasn't greeting you when you walked into stores or, you know, the grocery store or nothing like that. So it's just like to be in a place where it's just so much hospitality is really the only word I could think of, but to be in a place where it's so much hospitality, like, I just truly love that. To me, it reminds me of like Chick-fil-A customer service. Like, you know how they customer service be top tier and they be like, my pleasure this, my pleasure that. Like, imagine every single store you go into is like that. Like, it just make you feel good. It make you want to spend your money at that spot. So like, for me, the hospitality here is something that won me over almost instantly. Even when I'm in a grocery store and other people are like grocery shopping, they will start a conversation with you about what you picking up off the shelf. Like, have you had that before? But I feel like people aren't stuck in their own worlds here. I feel like when I was in LA, everybody around me was in their own little world, and it made it nearly impossible for you to engage with everybody because or it's to engage with people in general because everybody is stuck in this, like, I don't know, like in their own little bubble, like on their phone, or just not paying attention to anybody around them, not even giving a fuck to want to interact with another person. So for me, that is something that I noticed instantly that I very much so love. Like, that alone is the #1 thing on my list. The second thing, let me actually look at my list because yes, I did make a list. Sorry, I just read a text, I got distracted. So the second thing on my list is the food. Like, I cannot complain about the food. I will say that I haven't really been to like a true Houston restaurant yet and sat down and had that full-blown experience because I've been like ordering a lot of like takeout and shit like that. But the takeout that I have ordered has been good. So I feel like if you could make some good takeout, you could make some good food at the restaurant. Like, that's just my train of thought. So for me, I feel like the food has been good. Again, everything I'm about to say, I'm about to be comparing it to my experience in I don't know why that just scared the shit out of me, but I think that was somebody outside. What the fuck was I even talking about? Oh, everything that I'm about to say about why I love Houston, I'm gonna compare it to my experience in LA. I feel like the food in Los Angeles was very much so like nasty as hell. I feel like I cooked majority of the time just because every time I was going to a restaurant, I just was like extremely disappointed. So it was, to me, no point in ordering out or going to a restaurant because it's like, bitch, you can make a way better meal at home. And especially by me being a serious foodie, I like, food can make or break something for me. Food can make or break my experience, my day, my everything. So food is right up under hospitality. Like, it's on the top of the list. Another reason why I have enjoyed my experience here in LA is, bitch, you are not LA. Enjoyed my experience here in Houston is the cost of living. Like, the cost of living here is so much cheaper than the cost of living in LA. And like, I just feel like I save so much more money being here. Prime example, obviously the housing is a lot cheaper, but outside of the housing, like even down to me buying groceries, like the groceries were, I feel like in LA I was probably spending like $350 on groceries like every 2 weeks, every 2 or 3 weeks. Here I'm probably spending like $200, $230. So for me, it's been a drastic difference on the grocery side, and that's even including the fact that I had to start completely over with my grocery shopping. Because you know, like when you go grocery shopping and you already settled in your home, you don't have to get every single thing that you need for the meal. Like, but I didn't have no seasonings, I ain't have no condiments, I ain't have nothing. So when I'm making a meal, I have to buy every little thing I need for that meal, down to the pot that I'm cooking it in. So even considering the extra things that I've had to buy to cook, it's still been cheaper. So 10 out of 10 on the cost of living side. The gas is also cheaper here. Like the gas here is like $2.89 right now, and it's costing me $27 to fill up my tank with 89. That's the one in the middle, right? The gas in the middle. Yeah, with 89. Back home in LA, it was costing me like $65 to fill up my tank. It's just like a crazy difference on the cost of living side. Now, I will say this. I've had to fill up my tank more frequently here though, because everything is more spread out, more further apart. So in LA, like I could fill up my tank like every 2.5 weeks. Here, I'm filling up my tank like every 1.5 to 2 weeks. But even with me doing that, it's still being cheaper than me doing it every 2 weeks in LA. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
I'm just trying to get at the fact that it is so much cheaper here. Like the cost of living is just 10 out of 10. Would highly recommend. Oh, a big thing that I am happy about is the fact that it was so easy for me to find people to do my upkeep for, like lashes, brows, hair, nails, toes. Like it was very easy for me to find people to do these things, and that is a big thing for me because like I'm the type of bitch where I get my shit done like every 2 weeks. So for me, I want to find like one good person, stick to them, and so I can have my 2 week appointments with them. I don't want to be fucking searching high and low every 2 weeks about who's gonna do what. So the fact that it was so easy for me to find people to do those things was great. My brows, I had got my brows done for the first time a little bit after I moved here, and that was great. It was only like $10. My lashes, I think the lashes might be a little bit more expensive here in LA. Gosh darn it, you're not in LA. I think the lashes might be more expensive in Houston, but so yeah, so it's just been easier for me to find people to do like my upkeep, and I love that because I love to feel like a bad bitch. Like I love to feel just like, you know. I feel like the only cons I can pretty much think about in Houston would have to be the fact that everything is so spread apart. Like every city in Houston is probably like 45 minutes apart. So like when I want to go downtown, that's 45 minutes. When I want to go to Sugar Land, that's 45 minutes. Like wherever I want to go, it's going to be like a 45-minute drive to get to that place. And that's kind of an inconvenience because it's like, it's just more gas, it's more time, like it's more things that just factor into it. Especially like say if you go out or some shit, you don't want to have a 45-minute drive back home. Like you just trying to get home. So that's an inconvenience. But although the cities are spread apart, I will say that everything that you will pretty much need as far as necessity wise is in your city. Like a Walmart, a Target, a CVS, grocery stores, a mall, like stuff to get hair, nails, lashes, toes done with. Like that stuff is all within my city, so I don't have to drive mad far every time I want to do something, or if I want to leave and go to the grocery store real quick. I don't have to drive far to do that, so that's good. Because in Los Angeles, I will say that like their cities weren't far apart, but not every city you were in had what you needed. So prime example, the closest Walmart to me was like 45 minutes away, versus here it's a Walmart 5 minutes away. So that's a plus. Like the closest like mall to me in Los Angeles was about 30 minutes away. The closest mall here to me is 15 minutes away. So it's like, although the cities are spread out, your city that you're in will have what you need, you know. So I will say that. And I love the neighborhood that I'm in. I just feel like my neighborhood, it just very much so gives like a super safe suburban neighborhood, but it's also diverse. Like I love the fact that although like I definitely could tell I'm in the suburbs, like my building alone got a lot of black people in it. Like I love that. And then like just my surrounding neighborhood in general, it's a lot of great schools around here. It's, I don't know, it's giving that neighborhood, like it's giving the neighborhood that I would want to settle down in if I was ready for like marriage or a kid or something like that. And like it's always clean, the grass is always cut, everything around me is brand new. Like the buildings are new, the apartments are new. So that's another thing that I like. But we were originally talking about the things that I don't like, which one is the fact that everything is super far apart, and then for two is this hot ass weather. Like I mean, it's like, I know Houston is a hot place. I knew that before I came here, but I didn't know how hot. Like today was like 96 degrees and everybody talking about some, oh, it feels great outside, I'm glad it's not that hot yet. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean it's not that hot? Like their hot is like 110 degrees, and it's like, baby, who is even outside in those conditions? So the weather is like, but everything else is a plus. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell y'all about my Houston 1 month review, but I think that's it. I think that's it, y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know that I am enjoying my experience here. My camera is about to cut off any given second, so thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Love y'all. Bye.